Hello and welcome back to another video, and today, as you will have seen by the title and thumbnail, we are doing Moto2 around the historic track of Donington Park. So obviously normally you can't do this in the game, but we have been able to enable it. Milestone have recently been changing things in the database, I've been noticing, and there's some quite interesting things that I've noticed, so I'm definitely going to maybe be able to play around with those in the experiments because they've added some new entries that have never existed before. But anyway, enough waffling, I'll get this started. So then we're down here on the grid. Bezzecchi is on pole position by the looks of it. Raffin in second, so I'm guessing then the qualifying is probably slightly messed up because obviously they're not supposed to be at this track. They don't have any times to go off, so it's just probably a random order. Ramirez in third place there. If there's anything like last year when we tried Moto3 bikes at Laguna Seca, they're all going to go around with their pit limiter on. That's something I actually didn't notice at the time. I just thought they were riding really slow, but it got pointed out to me, and it was a long time after I actually made the video, just a viewer commented on it, that they seem to have their pit lane limiters on, and it actually makes sense with further research I have done into the game and how it works. So I don't know if it's going to be the same here, but anyway, we'll get this started and see if everyone's got their pit lane limiters on. So we're obviously starting at the back of the grid. We're here as Jake Dixon. So lights on, away we go, and yes, well actually they're just not moving. Oh, okay. Oh, they're all disappearing. I did not expect this at all. So is that everybody out of the race? Are they all going to retire? Oh no, Marcos Ramirez has actually gone off the line. Okay, so they've all retired except Ramirez, who's managed to actually get going. I don't know how that's exactly happened. I've just clipped him there. Oh nice, going to stop. Oh nice, speeding up, and now he's weaving. What is he doing? I'm guessing he's got his pit lane limiter on. I'll have a look. So I've just gone into the replay to go on board with Ramirez to see if he's got his limiter on. And this is what I've been faced with. All the AI in the replay cameras have not got riders on their bikes. It's just bikes. This is really weird. This is so strange. But for some reason Ramirez actually managed to get off the line. Nobody else could. It's so strange. So we get on board with him then. So yeah, he seems to be maxed out at 70 miles an hour when he's going straight. So yeah, I think he's got his pit lane limiter on. Where is he going? Whoa, he's taking a massive chunk out of Redgate there. Obviously, the AI don't have a file for Moto2 to go around this circuit, but this is not what I expected at all. I kind of expected this, what Ramirez is doing, but I expected it from everybody, but they seem to have retired. Oh, I've accidentally pressed the rewind button there. But let's get going. Let's see if I can come around and lap him. But he's taking some odd lines. We'll have a look on the replay after what his lines are, but we'll see if we can get a lap ahead of him. Most likely we can, because obviously he's going around at 60 miles an hour and we'll be going around at full speed, although I'm riding like a bit of an idiot. The tyres are freezing. Seems like they've actually changed the physics of Moto2. The bike feels much heavier than I remember it feeling. Obviously I did ride the speed up rather than the Calyx, so it could be down to that. And of course, obviously, Jake Dixon in the game probably has a... because they usually have different levels of Calyx and bikes and things like that in the game that they give out for the physics, just to try and balance the rider performance. Now the rider performance is based on last year, so Jake Dixon probably has a not very good Calyx in this game. But you never know. It could just be obviously the physics change. I don't know. I've not actually checked it out myself. So through the S's then. Oh, it does feel like a truck. Like honestly, it does feel so much heavier than the speed up. The speed up was so light, I just used to chuck it around. But I think obviously they updated the physics when they changed the liveries, so it is nice to obviously see the new liveries. I mean, I perhaps haven't picked the best team. You can see that it's different because it looks a lot more like the MotoGP livery now. But obviously it's quite similar to previous years. Perhaps I could have chose like the speed up actually, because obviously it's the beta tools version in the game now. So here we are then. We have finished the first lap, 2:09. Let's have a look where Ramirez is on the track then. So Ramirez is going through Coppice right now then, so he's about half a lap behind us-ish. What am I doing? I cannot ride this bike at all. If you wonder why I just used that flashback, it was because the sound had gone. There's a bug sometimes where the sound disappears, and to fix it you just use a flashback. Part of the reason why I basically have them on all the time. If you noticed on the old game, basically every game before this one, I never had flashbacks on. But I always have them on now. You notice when if I ever crash in the historical challenges, or if I ever crash in a career mode or something like that, you see that it comes up with the option for me to rewind. But I never use it for things like that because it's pointless. But I have it on basically just to correct those bugs. And obviously, if I'm doing a little bit of a joke, well, it's not a jokey video, but it's a bit of a video where it's not so serious, like this one, I can use them if I needed to. So we're going for the brakes then for the Fogarty S's. Once again, we've gone in way too slowly. Sliding the rear end then. So we're having a look on. I'm having a look on the map to see where Ramirez is. He seems to. Oh, hang on. He's down here. He's at the Melbourne Loop. Has he retired? No, he's just going really slow. So here he is then at the Melbourne Hairpin. Will we get to him before he gets to Goddard's? It seems like it. So here we are. We're going around to lap Ramirez. So we'll have a look at him then. What is he doing? So the American. Whoa! What? Whoa! He's taking a bit of a weird weave. So I think he's roughly sticking to the racing line, but he's sort of. Well, he's not now. Look, where's he going? Where is he going? This is so strange. This is so strange. Oh, I have no idea. I'm surprised he didn't just go in the pit lane. So he's almost completed the lap. Go on, Ramirez. Go on, you can do it, lad. Go on. Walk towards the line. I'll push you if you need. Go. I've just done the fastest lap 149. So Ramirez has now done a lap. He's weaving towards the wall. So I think I'll go ahead and probably finish the race now. But I did not expect this outcome at all. All the riders just retiring right at the start. And obviously Ramirez riding really, really strangely around the track. So through Hollywood then. Down through the Craner curves. I don't understand why this track is not available to Moto2 and Moto3. Because yeah, technically Moto2 and Moto3 never raced at this circuit. But 125s and 250s always did. I understand for Laguna because in 125s and 250s, they didn't used to go to Laguna Seca when they went to Laguna. It was just MotoGP used to go because then they used to have a lot of like AMA support races and things like that alongside, and the paddock wasn't big enough, and obviously it was, well, I'd say it's expensive, but then they used to go to Indianapolis and stuff. So I think it was just a case of the paddock wasn't big enough. They used to have AMA support races and stuff as well, and they needed room for all those guys. Although I don't think they got proper garages. I think they just sort of worked around the back, and then when it was their turn, they got wheeled out of like a MotoGP garage or something. I could be wrong. If you do know otherwise, do let me know. But I believe that was the case. So into turn 10 is the Melbourne Hairpin. So actually, there's really not many corners at Silverstone. I've almost just called Donington Silverstone. That's the worst thing I think I could ever do in my life. There's not many corners at Donington. I feel very sorry for Donington. I've accidentally just called it Silverstone. It is so much better. I wish they did have the British GP here. But anyway, coming towards the line to end an absolutely thrilling race. We've had a fantastic battle in this one. Jake Dixon, a very well-deserved victory there. Wait, what? Okay, so something's happened here. Ramirez has supposedly beaten me. He did it in 3 minutes 56.1. And I was second. Was I second that whole race and just didn't notice? Did he, like, glitch a lap ahead of me or something? I don't know, every single AI is obviously out of the race because they just all retired on the start line, but did Ramirez, like, get a lap ahead of me or something? What happened? I'll have to watch the footage back because obviously I can't see right now, but that's so strange. Alright, so I think I'm going to do another race and see if more of the AI actually pull off on the start or if they all retire this time, because I don't know what actually made Ramirez start. Maybe I can try and push some of the more of the AI along. Right, so I've tried to go off ahead. So Baldassarri's in front of me then. I'm pushing Baldassarri. I got Baldassarri going, I think. Oh, I've just knocked whoever that is off. Enea Bastianini. Knocked him off. There's a few riders left. And Bezecchi's now going. So it seems like... Oh, someone else in the background's going. Is that Baldassarri actually going now? Hang on. We'll wait for him to catch up. That's Fernandez. So two of them actually got going this time. So I'm not sure what makes them get going. I'll have to have a look. Oh, I've just dived at the inside of Bezecchi. Almost had him off. It's weird, like, sometimes they're hard to go. I mean, it's like Ramirez isn't going this time. He's out of the race. So quite what's going on, I don't know. I'm going to restart again and have a look at what happens. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could jump start into the grass. I thought it didn't let you go far enough where you could do that. So if we stay off the track then, does that allow none of them to start? Seems... No, Raffin's going. Raffin's off. So whether there's a failsafe in the game now to allow at least one AI to keep going, because obviously there used to be a bug where like every single AI could retire just from a crash, but this time it's Raffin that has got away. He seems to rapidly accelerate sometimes, but obviously stuck on the pit limiter. It'd be interesting to try this if I could rectify the files and actually get them to work properly. So if you can see here then, I'm actually in the lead. It's now said Raffin's gone ahead of me. But I'm now ahead of Raffin, so if I go round the track again, I'm not going to show you these 2 laps of me riding around, don't worry. But If I go around, I'll see if I'm still leading when I come over the line to finish the race. Right, so we're still in first. Ignore the big penalty. I cut the chicane because I couldn't bother to do actually the lap 3 times properly. So we still were first place. We still got the happy celebration, first place. But you see, he doesn't have a fastest lap, but he completed it in 3 minutes 50 apparently. So is that... I just wonder if maybe the game can't handle the AI being lapped. Because it shouldn't happen in normal circumstances. Like, you can never get that far in front of the AI that can get lapped. I mean, I suppose if you turn the AI down, that might be something else to try. I will do some sort of challenge video with a lower level AI at some point. But obviously, normally in-game, it's pretty much impossible to lap an AI, because if they were going to crash so many times that you could lap them, they'd just retire. So, obviously, we lapped him. Ignore the penalty. I know that obviously people might say the penalty played into it, but obviously I didn't have a penalty the first time, so I know it didn't. I just wanted to complete the lap a bit quicker, so I just straight line the chicane 3 times. It was quite fun. But yeah, look, 1:30.9, my fastest lap, because I actually completed a lap. Although Raffin completed 1 lap, he actually did complete 1, but he didn't complete... So he'd only got onto lap 2, but I wonder if it took him 3 minutes 50 to do that. Because if you take into account my first lap probably being slower, and add that to like my second lap, and then obviously you've got to take into account that Raffin would have still then crossed the line a little bit after that. That would be around 3 minutes 50. Probably. Because this time I caught him when he was going into the Melbourne hairpin rather than on the straight towards Goddard's. Because obviously I'd cut the chicane and I probably rode a bit quicker around the rest of the lap. So, yeah. Quite an interesting experiment there. I didn't expect this outcome, to be honest. Well, I expected what happened with, like, Raffin and... It was Ramirez, wasn't it, at the time? I think Bezecchi one time as well. Like, I fully expected them to ride round slow on the pit limiter, but I didn't expect them to all retire on the start. That was quite interesting. So I think what we'll do now, we'll have a look at 1 lap on board of Raffin. I'm going to speed it up because obviously it's going to be very, very slow, just to see what kind of lines he takes, and then that's where we'll end off the video there. So if we go back to the very beginning then, if I press the A button here to start the replay, you'll hear they all rev for like a second and then stopped revving, and you can hear my bike revving in the background there. On the grass, because I went past someone on the grass on this attempt, didn't I? Completely forgot about that. And there's Raffin actually getting off the start here. So as promised, I've sped it up. So into turn 1 then, it's probably actually a little too fast. It's a little bit glitchy. You can see me obviously having a look at him, side by side with him. Now I decided to ride off into the distance. So down through Craner curves then. Pretty normal. Obviously no lean angle at all, which is a bit weird. I don't actually know what's going on with that. I think it's because he's going so slow. Oh yeah, it's because he's going so slow. He doesn't need the lean angle, right? That'd be why. So fairly standard lines. Obviously he cut the old hairpin there. Through here, right on the exit curb, which you might ride, but obviously he's going so slow it doesn't make sense to ride it. Flicking it right here, so he's cutting this corner. I think this is McLean's, if I'm not mistaken. So we cut that up towards Coppice now then. Let's see what he does at Coppice. So he turns in a bit early, cuts the first part of Coppice, round through the second part, onto the grass on the exit of it then, back onto the curb, back onto the track then. So here we're going down towards the chicane. Now he's fully on the left hand side of the track, although he is slowly moving over to the right. They do know where to go because the spline file controls all they are, but here he comes into the chicane, absolutely destroys the first part, accelerates through, like a bit like Rossi in Assen 2015 when he accelerated into the gravel obviously. There's me coming flying past him, you can see the speed we had because we'd cut the chicane. And he absolutely destroys the hairpin. He basically takes it as tight as possible, almost hitting that barrier on the inside. And then obviously we saw Ramirez do this the previous time, so we're going to know what he's going to do then. Into Goddard's, cutting it onto the BMW logo, through the Visit Spain. Beautiful lines. That is sort of Arava Hot Lap Masterclass kind of lines right there. If any of you get that reference, if you don't, sorry, but if you do, I'm sure you'll get a good chuckle out of that. But that is the lines of the AI then at Donington when you put Moto2 around there. So I hope you have enjoyed this video then. It's been a bit of an interesting experiment, like I said before. This is me. Actually, yeah, let's have a look at cutting the chicane one time then. Go on. So straight over the chicane. Oh, oh it's so funny. But that's how far I was in front of him, like a good half a lap in front of him. But yeah, like I was saying, I hope you did enjoy that video. It was an interesting experiment to try, because I wasn't expecting the outcome. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you're all staying safe. If you're new to the channel, because obviously I know sometimes these experiment videos attract new viewers that haven't seen it before, especially with the 181 rider stuff that I did last year. Yeah, I'm the same person that did that, although it's probably quite obvious no one else is doing this kind of thing. But yeah, if you are new to the channel, do stick around. I do make MotoGP content. I am doing daily uploads right now. I've been for the last few months, so it's I'm trying to keep that up while I can, especially during this whole lockdown thing. When I've not really got anything else to be doing, I may as well be making some videos for your entertainment. But yeah, stay safe guys. I'll see you in the next video.